Good morning and welcome to the Big Bear Yarns podcast. I'm Anna, the dyer behind Big Bear Yarns. I live in Essex in the UK with my sister, my 2 dogs and my cat. This is episode 10 of my podcast where I'll just talk about anything I've been knitting or crocheting and reading mainly. You can find me on Instagram as Anna Knitting Pretty, and that's my Etsy shop as well. I'll leave a link down below for both of those. I'll try to leave a link down below for everything. Sometimes I'm not always ready, so it might be a day or so until I've put them up, but I'm going to try and do it all when I upload it. So let's just get cracking. I think I have some finished items this week. These are the King Cole Norse socks in the colour Vali. They're for my mum. They are knit, as if you haven't watched any of my podcasts before, I knit all my socks on 2.5mm DPNs. They are 64 stitches, cuff down. They pretty much match. Pretty much. Like, slightly different. And they're not twins, they're just siblings, shall we say. But that's fine. I wasn't going to rip out a whole load, because also the problem is sometimes with socks, well, that wasn't the case with this actually. Anyway, yeah, like the toe is there's a bit more grey on this one than this one. It's fine. These were socks number 22 for the year for my mum. I'm going to put them in the box, put them away for her birthday or Christmas. Then we've got socks number 23. I said 22 for those, didn't I? They're socks number 22. These are socks number 23 for 2025. They are for me. No, they're not. Wishful thinking. I want them. They're also for my mum. They're my own hand-dyed yarn. My 70-gram sock sets, sea glass. Here it is in the skein. That's how it knits up. Oh, sorry, that's really blowing out. Let's try and it's better. Mine's going blank. 2x2 rib. I always do 20 rounds for my cuff, whatever cuff I do. These ones were, I mean, you've seen these all before if you've been here before, but this was the 2x2 twisted rib, which I did like for a long time, but I'm actually going to the 2x2 rib. So these are my 2 finished items. These are the sea glass sock sets. You get 70 grams, a 50 and a 20. They're pretty much one of a kind. Each dye lot is going to be quite different. So once these have all sold out, they won't be like this again, due to the number of colours in them. To me, they look pretty similar in the skein, but when you see them knit up, they're not. They're different. So yeah, they're my finished items. Let me just have a sip of water. Make sure I'm recording. I am. So I'll show you what I've been working on. I'll start with the socks. You might as well get that done. So we have the ones, oh gosh, I'm a bit tangled, hold on. There we go. I'm on to the toe of sock number 2. These are yarn from Malton yarns. They are very pretty. I love them. They're for me. Sock number 1 turned out perfectly. Sock number 2 made mistakes. I should explain them to you more in detail next week once they're finished, because I've just got the toe to do, so these will be done for next week. Malton yarns, they're an indie dyer in Northern Ireland. Those socks. Oh, should I explain more about them for people who haven't been here before? I just keep thinking it's always the same people, but there are new people that watch. 1 by 1 twisted rib, 64 stitches. These are on my Knit Pro Symphony, which are 2.5mm wooden needles. I'll explain more about the pattern once I've got them blocked, so you'll be able to see it better, because right now it's kind of hard to see them when they're on the needles and a bit wrinkled up. This is the yarn looks like. It's a 75% superwash merino, but it is a bit, it's not rustic yarn, it's not rustic, it's a merino. It is a bit less soft than the base I use, which isn't a bad thing. It's different, which is the interesting thing about even like hand dyed, like it's not just one thing, is it? I don't know what I'm saying. It's quite early in the morning. These are the rose tea socks for my mum. Are they for my mum? Yeah, they'd be for my mum. Had to count the numbers of rounds for the foot. So, oh, hold on, gosh, let me just sort these out. There we go. Okay, so I'm in the middle of, so my hair is just getting stuck on my face. Very annoying. Let me pull this needle out. These are on my Addy, I think they're Addy Premium. They are 10cm needles, and you need to use a needle stopper when you're doing the gusset on these, when you're doing the gusset decreases, because you have way too many stitches for your needles and they will slip right off. But with some needle stoppers on one end of the needles, you'll be fine. So I've done they are 2 by 2 twisted rib. Yeah, so I'm just going to get these hopefully will be done for next week, because I like them to be off the needles. So these are, so the first colour you see on these is Pink Skies, which is this colour. It's a tonal on the cusp of a solid. It's a semi-solid, not a tonal. It's, oh, 1 second. Baby, hey, leave your paw alone. Lay down. Lay down. It's a good girl. Dita's at her paws. It's allergy season for her. And as a white staffy, the allergies get her like crazy. So she's going to be having a bath later on today, which is not fun for either of us. She gets very upset and she wriggles, and it kills my back cleaning over the bath. But we do what we have to do. And then I don't know what I was going to say. No idea. I can't bath load him because he's too big. I can pick him up, but I'm not tall enough to get him over the edge of the bath, into the bath. So I can't get him up, and then his legs are too long because he's a big guy. He's like 55, he's between like 50 and like 58 kilos depending on the time of the year. He eats more in the winter basically because he's a snow dog, so during the summer he doesn't really eat as much because he can't get as much exercise because it's too hot for him to be out. This is a weird tangent. Let's get back to the socks. Okay, we've got Pink Skies, which is this semi-solid / solid, got it right that time. That's in my shop. Then I haven't got any of this base of the Rose Tea, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon base. However, I have it on the Sparkle, which is basically the same base, but it's got, let me see again. It's got more superwash merino and less nylon. So this is 75%, whereas this is 78%, and then 2% stellina. So yeah, so this is in the Sparkle. I haven't got any of this left in stock at the moment. I will be restocking Rose Tea soon, but I need to put in an order for some more dyes, and I want to spend the time to really go through all my dyes to work out what I need to order at once. I don't have to pay for too many, lots of postage then. Yeah, Rose Tea. I don't know if you can tell, but it's going to be a slightly vague one today. And then the next colour, well, it's Pink Skies again, but then the first appearance of the other colour is Aphrodite's Blush, which is definitely more of a semi-solid colour. This is not solid. There you go. So those are only available on minis currently in my shop. I really like these striping. This striping has made me want to do more striping. Yes, I probably will regret it when it comes time to weave in all those ends, because there are quite a few, but they're so pretty. And this is Rose Tea on the DK base, which, as I've said before, just dyes up so differently from the other bases, but I have got quite a few of these, and I probably won't be re-dyeing on the 100%. I'm looking at the wrong place again. Here, this way, look. I probably won't be dyeing on the 100. Oh, stop doing that. Stop tapping every time you say a word. I won't be dyeing on the 100% superwash merino again, because it takes the dye so differently that it's impossible to replicate my colours. So if I do, there will be one-of-a-kind colours. But I do have some of that in stock, if anyone is interested. That's those socks. Pop them over here. And we have... oh yeah, these are new. Very exciting. Because last couple of weeks I feel like it's just been the same socks over and over and over again. So we have, these are my Knit Pro Zing 2.5mm. So this is a 2x2 rib, and I'm not sure who's going to have these socks. I don't know yet. Me and my sister and my mum, who I predominantly knit socks for, we all wear the same 64 stitches, so it's only when I get to there are some differences. Like, for instance, my mum prefers longer legs, my sister prefers a shorter leg. I'll have any of them. So I've knit my mum quite a few pairs now of shorter legs, which she prefers for the spring and autumn. So I might go back to knitting her a few more longer socks as well. But we'll see. Okay, so what the yarn is. Let's get on. This pinky colour is I can't remember, I think it's an 80, no, because 80-20-20 does not make 100. That's not the math. This would be a 60-20-20. So I think, because I haven't got the tag anymore for this, it's quite old. This is 60% superwash merino, 20% cashmere, 20% nylon. The nylon could be down to 10%. The cashmere, there could be a difference. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But this is from a dyer called Little Big Craft, and they are on Etsy. They were last time I looked. They were still on Etsy. So if they are, I will pop a link to their shop, because last time I checked, they had some beautiful self-striping yarns. So they are in Scotland, I think, and I haven't had any issues with their yarn at all. It doesn't like run. I mean, this is cashmere, has cashmere in it, so it does wear through. Like, I've knit myself 2 pairs of socks and they do wear through, but that's to be expected. It might be 70% merino, 20% cashmere, 10% nylon. Let's move on. Okay, this colour is from another indie dyer in the UK. My sister bought me this for my birthday the year before last. I knit myself a full pair of socks out of it, which I love. Although I had forgotten, I didn't check the meterage when I knit the socks. And this is a slightly thinner base than my base. So this has like 425, maybe a little bit more meterage per 100 grams, with mine has 400 generally. So it's slightly thinner. So when I knit them, I did 60 stitches because of the pattern I was doing, and that made more sense for what I was doing. And they were a little bit snug, but I wriggled them on and they're fine. They're fine. They've stretched out as socks do over time. So this is, did I say the name? This is by a dyer called the Woolyback, and they were on Etsy when she bought it, but now I believe they have their own website. So I will look up the website and pop a link in, because it's very good. The yarn knits up beautifully. It's very true to life, what you'd expect from the pictures. It looks good. The yarn doesn't bleed horrifically. There's no like, there's always slight fading with like hand-dyed yarns. It's not commercial yarn. Like commercial yarns, generally the yarn will wear out before it fades away, whereas that's not always the case with hand-dyed yarns. They do fade ever so slightly, especially with a lot of use, but I'm really happy with that. So this is it in the ball. It's just so beautiful. I can't remember what colour it is, but I could ask my sister to have a look through her orders, and when she sends me that information, I can put exactly what colourway this is, if it's still available. It's lovely though. So it's like pops of limey green and this like bright blue and pinks, and there's like more muted colours as well, where they sort of blend together. It's really lovely. It is slightly thin though. So these are going to be scrappy socks. I've got 3 more colours I'll put in. I haven't actually thought about how I'm going to do it. So this is the one for the cuff, which I decided to use on the cuffs because I don't want it to wear through too quickly. So on the cuffs, it's not going to have that much wear. So hopefully we'll be down to under 10 grams, so that can go into my shawl blanket. Then there's this one, which is my own hand-dyed. This is the pink from my Christmas tree sock set. And this is the last little nugget of Lavender Lemonade, which was a colour originally in my Fourth Wing yarn club, my like sock club. Oh, there's a little knot in that. Let me undo that. Which I brought to the shop. Which I brought to the shop this year. So I do have some of those still in stock. They're a really lovely summer colour, Lavender Lemonade. It really knits up beautifully as well. There we go. So these will be, I haven't thought about the order of things, how much I'm going to do. And then maybe I could do the Lavender Lemonade next, then do the heel in the pink. Might look nice. We'll see how I feel when I'm doing it. Oh, ew, that was a weird sound, wasn't it? On the talk of Christmas yarns, because I'm going to be doing next month in June, so keep an eye out if you want some. I'll be doing a discount on my Christmas yarns in advance, so that people can have it in time for Christmas in July if they would like to. So I will tell you when it's available, but keep an eye out for it. So that's new socks. Getting all tangled. Put my needle back in. Often every time I finish my recording, I've just got all these needles that I've just pulled out of my knitting and popped down on the side, and I have to round them all up. Okay, we have some more water because my throat's getting dry, too much talking. My mouth is really dry today. So, oh, these are not new on the needles. You did see them last week, but I've made a lot of progress. So we're down to the heel flap with these ones. And as you can see, I decided to stripe. Just fumbling around for the end. So 2x2 rib. Then I did 10 rounds of 1 round of each colour. Then I did 10 rounds of 2 of each colour. Then I did another 10 rounds of 1 of each colour. Then I did, I think it was 12 rounds in total I did of this one. I did 3 rounds of each colour. And now I'm just doing, now I just did 10 rounds of the original colour. So these are both my own hand dyes. This is a discontinued out of stock colour. It was called Wildflower. It was a sock set. It came with a little muted greeny mini. That was very pretty. And then this dark blue, which is from my Christmas sock set. My Christmas 2024 sock set. So I'm just onto the heel flap for those. I'm going to use the dark blue for the heel flap, and then I think I'll go back in with this for 10-20 rounds. I'll might do some more striping, but I might just do the whole foot. I'll see how it looks. But I'm liking that striping. I'm just feeling the stripes, and also because I did such small stripes, I didn't have to cut the yarn each time, because it's only 2 colours. So I didn't have to cut the yarn, so I haven't actually cut the yarn, the blue yarn, since I attached it here. I haven't cut it until I finish this one, so there's only 2 ends for that bit, which is good. Put my needle back in my work. And we have I think I've left a sock behind, but where is it? It should be in here. I have to go and get it. I'll go and get that in a minute. So these are ones you'll have seen a lot, but hopefully they'll be done for my next podcast. No, not hopefully, they'll be done. They are Yarnsmiths Merino Sock, Burgundy, colour 2K085. And I've done the first sock, done. These are for my sister. They are a 2x2 twisted rib. And I've done the gusset decreases, and I'm now onto the foot. So they will be done. They will be done for next week. I promise. You've got so I think I was just almost finished with this first sock last week. I've now finished it, and I've cast on the cuff. So I've done, oh gosh, it's very tangled. So I've done the cuff, 2x2 rib, the Addy Premium, I think they're called, 10cm needles. These are for me. They're really soft. Oh, did I say what they are? Let me get the thing out. They are Cascade Heritage. And the colour is 128. 128. I don't know if that even works. Yeah, so that's my next pair. They're a really lovely colour. They're so soft. Let me have a quick peek to see if I've got that bag somewhere, because they are new socks, so be good to show them. Let's see where we are with this, because this seems to, oh, it's super tangled. No, it's done. So back into the bag with these guys, and let me see if I can find my other bag. I thought I was so organised. I thought, you're really organised this time. No, I wasn't. No. Okay, they must be in the front room. I'm not going to pause because I'm not going to be editing, so I'm going to be 10 or 15 seconds. Probably. See you in a sec. Barbie, good girl. Okay, I'm back. Wasn't too long. Okay, these are new on the needles. What is this yarn? Are we a Stylecraft? We are Stylecraft. It's a Stylecraft head over heels walking in nature. This one is shade 3117. Called, because they do put the names on the labels, which I really appreciate, Dilly Dally. Go. Dilly Dally. So this is what it looks like in the cake. It's actually a pretty neat cake. They're not always that neat. Sometimes I get impatient and just wind it as quickly as possible, which isn't always the best thing to do. And they are knitting up very pretty. Get the yarns tangled. Seems like it's quite a basic repeat as well. So if because I'm down to, this is just a 2x2 rib. You're going to see a lot of 2x2 ribs at the moment. I think I'm done for the time being with twisted. I don't want to do twisted rib anymore. So here we go. It's really pretty actually. yeah, I think it's a pretty basic. I think it's just, this is the beginners. I think it's just yellow, blue, the darker patterned blue, then a bit of cream, and then the orange, and then to this one, and then back to the orange again. I think this is the repeat, it appears to be. So it should be pretty easy if I need to cut out any yarn to make them match. Although I'm thinking, because I'm at the heel flap now, so I'm thinking, because this is here, what I might do is go through my scrap yarn, and I've got a light lilac-y purple that I might pull out, itchy nostril, that I might pull out to do the heel flap, not the toe, just the heel flap, and now I won't break up my stripes, because I feel otherwise I'm going to be, I've got this amount to do my heel flap. So I then think I'm going to be back at the beginning of this bit, so I'll be repeating, I don't know if that's going to make any sense, but I think I'm going to use a contrast colour for that. Let me stick this back into the middle. So that's all my socks I've been working on. I do still have my bedtime socks, but I haven't done a single stitch on them. I haven't done anything on my granny blanket, not a single stitch, because I've been reading in bed. I'll tell you all about the reading in bed once we get to the book section. So I've also been working on, oh yeah, here it is. I've been working on my crochet cardigan, which I've done more work on this cardigan this last week than I have the whole time I've been doing it. And all the weeks I've been doing it, I've done like, what is it? Yeah, all the pink. That's what I've done this week, all the rose and pink. So I've got quite a lot of progress on it. Let me show you. Yeah. My bag. That's alright, it's all still in the bag. So yeah, this is where I was last week. I've done all of this. So this is going to be the back panel. Oh, drop that as well. This is going to be the back panel for my top, my cardigan. It's going to be a long cardigan, as you can see. It goes on and on and on, all the way down there. It's like 30, just over 30 inches, I think I measured it. I can't remember now. I went through my wardrobe and just found a cardigan length that I liked in a cardigan I already had, and then just cast on, chained, it's crochet, what I needed to get that length. So it's going to be, I think I'm going to aim to do about 25 inches for the back. Then I shall pick up along here for the front panel and do the front panel going, instead of being vertical, so side to side, I'll do top to bottom. And I'm thinking, I'm torn between whether I should do a kind of V-neck, so I'll pick up fewer stitches on the shoulder and then increase down, or if I want to just do straight panels and then do like a kind of maybe shawl collar. So I don't know. I guess we'll figure that out when I come to it. So yeah, I'll move this stitch marker now so I don't forget. So yeah, I've made a lot of progress on that. I've done over 20 rows because I just suddenly realised I want to be able to wear this as soon as possible, so I need to put in the work. Yes, it's what, 200 stitches in lace weight on a 2.5mm hook. So yes, it is time consuming. If I'd done 50 rows in a DK, we'd have a back panel done, be done. But that's not what we're working with, so that will be done hopefully in the next 2 months. I was going to say a few weeks, but I think that's probably pushing it. Now I've got one more project I've been working on. This is a new project. I did show you all the minis that I'm using a few weeks ago. Oh, my throat is so dry today. Maybe it's because we ate out last night. We went to an Indian restaurant, a local Indian restaurant that does they call it a banquet on the Sunday, so you don't need to know all this, do you? Oh, I've started, I'll tell you. You get like it's £20 per person, and you can have a starter, a main, a side, a rice or a naan. But if you didn't get a starter, you could get 2 sides, but we got the starters, and it was delicious, so good. But I don't eat out that much because we are doing work on the house, so we're saving most of our extra money to do things for the house. So I don't eat out that often, so I think the salt has gotten to me, but that's okay. I'll just have water. Back to the crochet. So in my lovely fancy bag from Wool Warehouse, I have another project. So you have seen these yarns before. These are the A Court of Thorns and Roses mini skeins that I dyed up last year, and I'm going to make a granny square cardigan out of them. This was the colour, oh, it's blowing out, let's try this, that's better. This is the colour Amran. If you've read the books, you'll know she is like scary, red lipstick, elegant, feminine and sexy. Yeah, so I've done 2 of this colour, which has crocheted up really pretty. Look at that. Sorry, my pale skin is blowing everything out again. And then we have Weaver's Cottage, which is blowing out. That will have to do. I can't change the sun. So I have 11. I should have 12, but I can't find the 12th. I can't find Bat Boy's snowball fight. It's just gone. I've pulled all the yarn out, gone through it with a fine tooth comb. It's just not there. So I should have 12, but I only have 11. 20-gram minis. I've caked them up. They're horrendously caked. Minis never cake well. I don't know about you. I don't know if there's like some sort of trick to getting a mini to be neat. If there is, please comment it down below, because I have not yet discovered that method. I was losing my train of thought, really trying to keep on track. So I've caked them up, and I get 3 squares per mini. And I have a nugget left over, so let me show you the nugget I have left over. I have this little, where is it? Oh, is that it? Oh, blimey, that wasn't really a problem. Oh, well, it's not this one, but I've got this is a nugget left from the Sea Glass sock set I used for the contrast colour. I've got this tiny little nugget left, which, is it too small to go in my crochet blanket? No, it's going in there. If there's enough to do 4 of my stitches, it can go in. So let me just get up and have a look for that. So I've got a tiny little nugget left of that colour. No, I can't find it. It is around there somewhere, but it's a tiny little bit left of the colour, because I've done the 3 of this one. This is Weaver's Cottage, which is a, oh, dropped my bag as well. It's a really delicate speckled, like, I don't know if you can even see them in this light, but those speckles are just, oh, I was so happy with them. They just popped on the skein. They didn't blend out. It's great. Yes, back on track. I can do 3 full squares per 20 grams, but I do have a bit left over. So I'm thinking about what I should do for my contrast colour, because I need about 81 squares to do the cardigan, and I'll need a joining colour and a colour to do the ribbon and all the ribbon basically, and the joining. So I'm thinking this, which is Hecate's half, which is to me a neutral, right? I'm not a beige kind of, I'm not a beige person, or I'm not really beige or grey. This would be my version of a neutral. So there's Hecate's half, which is this like wine red colour. It's like a purplish red. I don't know if it's showing up 100% right. So I'm thinking of this, because it does go, to me, it's a neutral, and it goes basically with every colour. Like, they all go with it. Let me grab my bag, not spill everything everywhere. Matches, that goes. This, even this, kind of goes. Oh gosh, this yarn with these messy cakes I've made is just going everywhere. It's just a nightmare in there. Well, not a nightmare, that's definitely dramatic. But I'm gonna have to do a bit of sorting, because this yarn is going crazy in here. So I'm thinking I'm going to cake up this one as my neutral. So I was thinking, as I get 3 squares from 20 grams with a bit left over, I should be able to make 15 full squares 100%, but I also might be able to make a 16th because all the bits that are left from each 20 grams. What do you think? Do you think this will work, or do you think I should go for a grey? I don't know. I will probably be caking up anyway the contrast colour before the next podcast, because I will be taking this project with me to Ireland, because I'm flying from Stansted Airport in London, and they don't let you take knitting needles on the plane if you take hand luggage, because we're not checking luggage when you're going for what? We're only going for like 4 nights, 5 days, because we're leaving on Wednesday. So I don't need to check a big suit. I don't need 25, I don't need a massive suitcase. So I can't take my knitting on the flight with me, but I can take a crochet hook, and I can take scissors. You can take scissors on a flight, but not knitting needles. It doesn't make sense. So I'm going to take this project and just crochet some granny squares. Crocheting isn't the best, because I do have to look at my crochet, so it's not the most social like I can't be as social when I'm doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm ordering today some double pointed knitting needles that I'm going to send to my brother, who's flying from Gatwick. And Gatwick, sorry, I've got snuffly nose today. I'm not picking it, just rubbing it. My brother's flying from Gatwick, and Gatwick allow you to take knitting needles. What's going on here? What's this about? Pretty bad. Allow you to take, back at it. Allow you to take knitting needles in both your hand luggage and your checked luggage. So I'm going to send him 1 or 2 pairs of double DPNs, probably Knit Pro Zing, because I was looking at getting a couple of cheaper pairs that I could grab, but I don't want to take wooden ones because if they get snapped, which they could do if I'm out and about, that'd be a problem. And I don't want to get different metal ones because if they click too much, my sister, who I'm going on the journey with, won't let me knit with them because they'll annoy the hell out of her. Fair enough. They do. It does make a sound. But the Knit Pro Zing aren't a problem. So I think I'll get 2 pairs and send them to him. And then Shannon Airport in Ireland, where we'll be flying back from, allow you to take knitting needles in your hand luggage. So it should be no problem to do that. Yeah, so I have to take crochet with me because I need to be knitting. I can't go all those days without knitting, and if I can't do that, I'm going to just have to buy some knitting needles when I'm in Ireland. It's not even on the yarn, it's just my hair going everywhere. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm taking this project with me because I've got all these squares I can get done, and I'll show you next week. It's probably not great for people watching, but I don't tend to follow too many patterns. I just work it out myself, trial and error. Like, trial and error doesn't bother me. I overthink patterns constantly. So when I work from a pattern that's someone else's pattern, unless there's a video tutorial which shows me some of the things, I overthink it. So it'd be sort of like they'll say finish on the wrong side, and my brain will think, oh, does that mean I should knit the wrong side row, or do I finish where my next row will be a wrong side row? And then I get in a spiral of, and then it's a problem. So I just work it all out myself. So that's probably not the best for people who are watching, who want to maybe make something. But so in that vein, I was thinking, what should I do, like a vlog type tutorial of making a blanket like this? Because I've only just started. I could do I'm also not sure, because I was thinking about doing the squares like this, but I also think if I did them like this, I could also maybe do it like a V-neck, and that could be quite fun. I don't know, we'll see. Yes, so would you like a vlog type thing of making vlog, I suppose they would call it, of how I make it. These are 7 rounds of granny square, and I use a 2.5mm hook, and because they're so small, I don't turn them. I didn't want a front and a back of the stitch showing. I wanted a front side of the square and a back side of the square. What's that cat doing? Fairy, be good. Watching you. She's a very naughty cat. Yeah, so there's only a front and a back side. Back side. And yeah, because they're so small, I don't think you don't really have a problem with the squares leaning a direction or anything. That only becomes a problem for me when I make them. Everyone's tension and things are different, but for me, that only becomes a problem once you get a bit bigger. So yeah. So anything else? Yeah, they're just over 4 inches because I intended to do it so it's 5 inches per square, but then you have to account for I'm going to edge each square in a round of single and half double crochet stitches, and then you have to join them. So once you've done all that, that should account for the roughly 5 inches per square. I also did them where I didn't do magic ring for them, because I don't want the risk of them unraveling with it being a garment, and it will have to be washed. And so I just did the chain 4 and then work into the chain hole. So yeah, I think I might do like a tutorial, maybe not in these colours, but I'll probably, depending on how this turns out, I think I might do one for my sister, because I have a beautiful purpley, like wine red purpley colour, which when I was mixing up the dyes, because it was going to be a new colour for the shop, I couldn't ever get them to be the same. I don't know the amount of like pigment in each thing, it just didn't work out. And they're on sparkle, and they're very pretty, but so I might do her one in that, because I think that would go with her, because she's liking colour a bit more. She used to be very much like blacks and neutrals, but she does go for a lot more colour, and I think that would be right up her alley. So maybe if I do that one, I will record a making vlog for that. But tell me if you would want that. And that's all I have been working on, I think. Yeah, that is everything I've been working on, because I've been concentrating on trying to get a few things done. Like I concentrated on getting the socks completed. I concentrated on my cardigan and my other cardigan. So, and I've got these buttons that I think I'm going to put on that granny cardigan. They're these, let me get them out of the bag. I can't remember where I got these from. They've been for years in my stash, in my drawers. They're these little buttons. They're like a kind of, oh, I can't really see them. Like this, like antique-y look, and they're not antique. They're all slightly different, but I think they would be perfect for that cardigan. I'm probably not going to do the cardigan up, they're just going to be for aesthetic. I'm going to do a front and back loop. I'm just going to do front and back double crochet ribbon, which means you don't have to put a buttonhole in, because the buttons will just fit through if you want to do it up. But yeah, they're all, not all, but there's a lot of different of these buttons. I think I got them on Amazon ages ago, but I really can't remember. There's loads of them in there. So I think they're the buttons I'm going to use for that. I did intend to be quite quick, but I've just waffled on for ages about this cardigan. I repeated myself several times, and I do apologise for that. I really was trying to keep it together today. But that went out the window. So dry. Oh, so let's just do a quick oh yeah, so I'll do like read what I've been reading and listening to. So listening to, I have now given up on, hold on. So I have given up on City of Souls and Sinners, because it's literally just spicy scene after spicy scene. I've given it like 2.5, 3 hours. It's still just all the act and no story. Trying to keep it PG. But it's not, there's, the book one had like a lot of spice in it and things, but the story carried on. The story trundled along. It got that cart of a story was just bouncing along down the road, and those things happened as well. But it's just, that's not what I expected. Maybe it will pick up, maybe it won't, but I might not ever know, because currently I'm not finishing it. So I've got another book. Let me get that one up. I've got a new audio book I'm listening to, which is a book 2, which I'm waiting for ages. So the first one was A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. Very good. It's Saga of the Unfated, that was the series. It's very good. It's like Norse mythology, Viking woman, like, it's very, I can't recommend it more. Very good. So I've got book 2, which I've downloaded. I haven't started yet, but I shall be listening to that very soon because I haven't been listening to any books. I normally listen to a new book in bed while I'm knitting, but I haven't been knitting, so I haven't been listening. So book 2, which is A Curse Carved in Bone. You can see my new light. Love my new lights, they're so pretty. Back to the book. A Curse Carved in Bone. And I can't tell you if it's any good yet because I haven't listened to it, but I have a very good feeling. But I also had a good feeling about the previous book because I liked book 1. So we'll see. I finished reading You're So Vain, which is a fluffy, fun, nothing too bad happens rom-com. That was fun. I finished that. If I was on Goodreads, which technically I am, but I haven't updated my Goodreads in a decade, maybe more than a decade, I don't know, ages. So that's everything with this. Yeah. So I finished that one. If I was on now, I would have given it 5 stars. Was it the best book ever written? No. Did it do its job? Yes. Was it a fun rom-com? Did I read it to the end? Yes. So in my opinion, 5 stars. I'm not a difficult audience, so if I don't like something, it's because it's not good. So, oh gosh, I'm ready. Let's see. So this, The Things We Water by Mariana Zapata. Oh, it's so good. So good. This is the reason I haven't been doing my knitting in bed. That's why I haven't done any progress on my bedtime socks, why there's no more stitches on my granny blanket, because of this. It is perfect slow burn. Like, I'm on chapter 10, which is page 193. Not a single kiss, not anything, just story, and just that perfect intensity of, like, you know there's something simmering with the characters, but it's not even on the horizon for them yet, even though you see it because, like, you're an observer. So good. I cannot wait to go to bed this evening and read some more. I would be further through it because it is so good, but I can't let myself get obsessed and just put aside everything that needs to be done and just read the book. So I am just trying to read a couple of chapters every night because I'm an adult with responsibilities. There are things that need to be done. There's work that needs to be done and housework and all the things that we all have to do. So I cannot hole up in my bed with a packet of wine gums and a jug of water and just read my book. Because if I did, I could probably do this in a day, but I want to savour it because it's a slow burn, and I think a slow burn should be read not in a rush. But so far, fantastic. If you like, this is because what's it called? Assistant to the Villain. I say Assassin's Blade, but that's one of the Throne of Glass ones and nothing to do with this. Assistant to the Villain and this, you'd pop them probably on the same shelf, roughly. Like, that one's a bit more fluffy than this, but they'd be on the same sort of shelf in the bookshop. This is so good. It's, the yearning is just perfect, and the magical realism is just so rooted in reality. It's just she tells you there are like werewolves, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. I believe you. They exist. So, love that one. If you want a good slow burn romance, it's set in the real world with magical creatures that feel rooted in reality. Give that one a go. You won't be disappointed. And that's that. We've been watching The Last of Us. Not much to say about the last episode. I enjoyed it, but I'm hoping, because there's only 2 more episodes left. Only 2 more episodes left. And I'm going to be away in Ireland when the season finale is up. So I'm really hoping nothing crazy happens and it gets spoiled for me, because episode 2 wasn't 100% spoiled for me. But it was a bit. Like, I knew something massive happened in that episode. And we've also started watching, which is very good, Mobland on Paramount Plus with Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, and Tom Hardy, with a lot of other, like, Paddy Considine. He's also in it, and there's a lot of good British and Irish actors in it. It's very good. Set in London. Violent. Oh no, it is very violent. I was going to say it's not as violent. It's not as, so far, it's not as horrendously violent as, what's that other one? Gangs of London. You know that one? That is so far a lot more violent throughout the episode. There have been moments of incredible violence in these episodes, but it's not as drawn out. Yeah, so I'm watching that, and we're almost finished with The Resident, but we're only watching that when my mum's here, so she's not been here because she's been visiting my sister to help her with her baby. So we watched another episode of that last night, and still don't know who did it or what. Take this label off. So I'm just going to show you quickly, because I should go, because I'm just waffling now. I had intended, I thought, oh, we're going to keep this well under an hour. We'll be like half an hour. Now I'm over an hour, so that plan didn't work out. So I'll show you what's coming to the shop this week. This will be coming in the next few days, because you'll see this on Tuesday. This will be released on 6 AM British summertime on Tuesday. So this will probably be in the shop Wednesday or Thursday. This is called Mermaid Lake, and it is a plummy sort of purple with speckles of green and pink and blue. It's a lovely colour, in my opinion, but can I be trusted? Not really. Or yes. Well, I think I can, but obviously I'm not unbiased, is what I'm trying to say. And hair caught in it. So these will be coming to the shop. I'll have 4 of them at the moment coming into the shop. And anything else? Oh yeah. So I'm going to Ireland on Saturday. So I obviously won't be here on Monday to record. So what I'm going to do is record this Friday, the episode that will be uploaded on Monday. Monday's episode, because I'm going to the west coast of Ireland, to a rural town, and my uncle doesn't have the internet connection at all. So I'll be using my phone Wi-Fi, and if that's spotty, uploading the video might not happen. But I will do my best to be somewhere that I can upload it on Tuesday morning as usual. It'll be scheduled to upload. So hopefully that will go without a problem, because I've already done the uploading part. It's going to be on YouTube scheduled to go. So it's just going to be popping it on there. So hopefully that works out. So there might not be as much, it'll probably be quite a short episode on Friday. But also maybe not, because it turns out I can just chat. yeah, so I'll be showing you the new yarns I'll be casting on for June next week, which will be Friday, but for you it will be next week. And I'm just going to skedaddle now and get going, because I could just, this bit could just keep on and on and on and on. No one wants to see that. So thank you for watching. If you got this far, I appreciate it. I do get that I waffled. I will see you next week, and have a great week, and goodbye.